Aquarius? That is beautiful. So that transitions us nicely into our next pile here. But what I want to focus on is, you want to celebrate life. Remember how I said hello and welcome back, everyone. It is Shay with Solstice Psychic Readings. This is a general reading for love. It's not pertaining to any particular zodiac strictly or to any time zone or timeline. Whenever you see this video, it is meant for you if this is your intention, okay? So let's take a look at love and what we can expect. Love is evading you. You have a choice to make. You might have a choice of more than one person at this time. You are trying very hard to manifest this person with your third eye. And I see you working very hard on your self-confidence and self-image. Let me just keep going here. Somebody that you've dreamed of. Okay? And you have a choice to make. Some people are choosing between business and career, between a person and moving, between their job and moving. You have some type of choice to make, but I think that what you need to do is follow what is making sense logically at this time. Following your heart, I think, is not for you if this is the reading that you got. Not at this point, but I am asking you to think and meditate on yourself and work on yourself first. Make sure that you are not in any type of depressive modes or desperation is the word I'm thinking of. You want to come into this fully available and ready to offer yourself fully to this person, and as well as to make sure that you are fully prepared to meet their expectations as they are hopefully willing to meet yours. This is not the time for one-sided relationships. That's over. It's 2023 right now. The Magician. We are manifesting someone amazing. Some people are not meant to be married. Marriage is not for everybody, but some people do get many years of happiness. We are manifesting someone amazing. Some people are not meant to be married. Marriage is not for everybody, but some people do get many years of happiness. And cards like this make that very clear, that you can be gone and you can arrive just as quickly. You're not stuck with anyone. If you're not content and you need a time for change, you manifest that. Like, they need to go, but they also need to come to you when the time is right. And I think that's a very important distinction. It's very critical that we recognize things like that, because in times of desperation, love, and loneliness, we are looking to seek validation for someone that we know is appropriate for us, that's going to meet our needs, and we can meet their needs. There's no point in having empty expectations. We need to have firm rules already set in place. Now is a good time to focus on achieving your own personal goals. All right, so we have that moon energy very clear speaking to this fairy deck. We want to focus on ourselves right now. Make sure that you are in tip-top shape so that you are able to appropriately manifest. Let's look at some difficulties that we might face. This next pile here. The Tower. Lord, that is the first card. Okay, so we don't want to repeat any past fuckery. We don't want to repeat any past mistakes. We want to come into this with having learned and having been prepared for hard times, hard financial times, hard family times where we need to stand up for ourselves and our loved ones. The Knight of Wands is ready to go to war. The Knight of Wands is ready and prepared to stand up for what is right, for what is theirs, for what belongs to them, their household, their children, right? They're not going to take any shit this time, and no one should. That was a whole hot mess. The cards have a lot to say, because that shuffle was about to be sloppy. The Fool. Yeah, you are starting over. You're being asked to start over. Do not repeat any bad habits. That card was upside down. Let's keep going here. Seven of Pentacles. We want to be fruitful. We want to learn the lessons. We want to reap what we have sown. We've already sown the consequences prayerfully by the time you are ready to receive love, but you need to be ready to receive the rewards of all your hard work. So receiving the consequences can mean you've been shunned by a group, family members that put you down. It can be people thinking that you're crazy and you shouldn't be with that person, or oh, she had it so good. Why did she leave her husband? Why did she leave her boyfriend? Girl, no. Nobody's tolerating that disrespect. You're not going to do that. And I think that these calamitous mistakes that you've made before have really rocked your foundation, and they've changed you for the better, which I'm happy to say for. Yep. And they've changed you for the better. That's the strength card. We are really, really, really hoping for something beautiful and amazing to continue to happen. So we're going from a tower moment into the strength card. We have evolved. We have come through this conflict with a nice resolution of hard work. We've started over. We've rebranded ourselves. We've begun a new journey for ourselves. We have already done the hard work intrinsically at this point to reveal that we have transformed, that we are new people. The time is right for celebrating life. Make the most of parties, gatherings, and other special opportunities. Aquarius, that is beautiful. So that transitions us nicely into our next pile here. But what I want to focus on is, you want to celebrate life. Remember how I said ripe here, reap the fruits, ripeness, right? We need to celebrate how far we've come. It's not about downing the other person or, oh, I am so glad I got out of that situation. It's not about that. It's not about what you conquered. It's about how far you have come as an entity, as an individual, as someone capable and deserving of love, and how deserving and beautiful you are, because you are a strong person that deserves happiness. And I think that wherever you were at before, you was not able to socialize. For some reason, I feel like you were like in like some type of quarantine, like a spiritual quarantine, where you had an abusive partner, or the money wasn't right, so you could never afford to go on vacation or something like that. You are making the most of opportunities. I perceive that you were somebody in the past who would have worked a Saturday instead of going to a baby shower or a family cookout. Those days are behind you. You're not going to do that anymore. You are going to schedule family and friends time, and that is going to be 100% beneficial. You're going to have like new skin, new hair, new clothes, new shoes, and all of those things are going to manifest into something beautiful and whole for you. And I think that that's really important to say. I feel like that's an important distinguishment from a previous person that you might have been. And let's take a look at to where we are going and our perceived and estimated future for love with this person. A lot of it is focusing on self-preparation. I haven't seen this person yet, but again, this is a general reading. That's probably why. Okay. 3 of Cups. You're going to see the glass is half full, not half empty. King of Cups. Okay, you are able to summon any creatures that you, from the sea, that you prefer. So imagine this is King Trident, right? He can summon the creatures of the ocean. You are summoning and bringing to you the type of person that you want. You want a person who works a 9 to 5. You want someone who has their own business and works 7 days a week, because that's what it's going to be. You want someone who's a doctor and is on call, but has a lot of money, but they are on call at any time to go to the hospital. You want someone who is in law enforcement. Do you want someone who's an artist and might have tough spells of money, but when the money's good, it's great, but at least they're happy? Do you want someone with children? These are very intricate details that you need to be planning, writing, manifesting, right? Back to that magician energy, right? We are definitely planning and plotting on somebody who's going to be emotionally available. That's the most important part. That's the most intuitive message from these cards so far in this achievement pile. We are asking for someone who is going to be emotionally available. Basically, anything you want, you can achieve, you can have. This person is arriving with a lot of manifestation ideas. Again, with Queen of Pentacles, she's giving birth to anything and anything that you want. Anything and anything that you want. Just make sure you're clear, because sometimes it doesn't go as planned. I would advise a journal or a manifestation board so that you can relax in the future with your future loved one. I perceive that this person will be with you, of course, but they bring out your inner child. right? Something about being a kid again, making you feel young again. Um, Not necessarily feeling immoral, but definitely feeling on top of the world with the Emperor energy. That's definitely making sense and coming through very beautifully and very clearly. I do always like this Emperor card because it is very bossy. It's very bossy. It's very matter of fact. It's definitely here to say I'm not taking any prisoners. It's not a guess. It's a yes. And when this person does arrive, I think that you're going to be a little unprepared for the amount of emotional wellspring that they have to give you. They're going to be a little bit too emotional for you, I perceive. Oh, and then you're going to go on an adventure. I definitely recommend a vacation, possibly a trip away. I see some people traveling for love. I definitely see people traveling to you for love. But I feel like as soon as you realize that's your person, some type of trip is going to be made. Definitely some type of trip is going to be made to make sure that you are together. Please guard your heart from falling in love too quickly. That's a caution that I have here. Please do not give all of yourself to this person. Give them what you can, but do not sacrifice yourself. You still need to be strong for your own self. See, and that is why the self-discipline was so important up here. You're not going to be sacrificing yourself. You're going to be definitely disciplined. You're going to be measured. You're not holding back, but you are measured, and that is not the same thing. Those are critical mistakes that people make when they fall in love. You know, they give all themselves. They have never met someone like this before. They give every ounce of their being and potential to this loved one. And sometimes it doesn't work out, but I'm asking you to remember this strength card as well. You know, you are strong, but that is why you have built the self-confidence to endure these situations so that you can come out on the other side and just receive love. I apologize for my dog barking in the background. A new beginning or a new life may be blooming. And this is the energy of the cow. That does make sense, of course, because we're starting life anew. We're starting love anew. Is there pregnancy? A new life beginning. Cows are very fertile animals. The time is ripe for seeking new opportunities. That's our final card from this pile over here. When we have cards like this, we are certainly willing, able, and ready to receive what the messages are, but are we willing to actually do the work? Please love yourself first. Clean yourself first. Tend to yourself first before you manifest this person. We're going to pull 2 more clarifiers. 3 of Wands, again, make sure that you're going on the journey of cleansing, clearing out any BS that you have. Clean your house, redecorate, change your diet, change your hair. Whatever it is spiritually that you need to restart, I have a separate video series on that. You know, you certainly can do it. You are able to, and I'm asking you to make sure that you are spiritually clean and ripe. Death. Again, we've just talked about clearing out old, bad, negative things. You're going to start over. This is a Phoenix. I know this card can be intimidating to people in other decks, but in this is a fairy deck. So the Phoenix is letting you know it's time for rebirth, for refresh. It's very dramatic. Fire is very destructive, but it's also a very powerful tool for creation and nurturing, right? So that is the love reading. I feel very satisfied and content with this. Our wrap-up pile was actually quite succinct and quite lovely. I feel very, very inspired, and I feel like I've given you a lot of confidence and a lot of tools that you need to prosper in this next adventure and reception for love. Again, this is Shay with Solstice Psychic Readings. You can book a reading with me privately on my website. I have here prayer oils. If you are interested in ordering some, as well as some crystals, you are more than welcome to do so. I, of course, love you all, and I wish you all the very best. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.